start screaming.
Hi.
We're live.
We are live. Hi, Jane. Hi, Chen.
W Chen.
We're just gonna wait a second for a few more people to get in the room.
Mm.
Hey.
Of course, my
Hello,
mom is
Jenna
here.
Peanut.
Hi.
Oh, we have 5 people. I feel like that's enough.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
6 people. Ooh.
We're also on YouTube in case you wanted to watch us there.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get started. This is Brand T, hosted by the RADII marketing team. I'm Greg.
Mavis.
And I'm Elaine, manning the YouTube computer.
We're all sitting here together.
Hey guys. Again, we're on YouTube. Oh, poor connection. Can you see us? We had a poor connection there. So this week we're going to be talking about nostalgia marketing and especially White Rabbit, the candy that no one likes.
But everyone loves.
Yes. To get us started, Elaine, why don't you tell us a little bit about nostalgia marketing?
Okay, I will. Let me talk a little bit about this term, nostalgia marketing, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, but, you know, just for the heck of it, we can talk about why it has such a big impact on us. I mean, nostalgia marketing is so strong that people actually have nostalgia for moments in nostalgia marketing. I mean, I think a lot of people, at least maybe in my age range, as soon as we think about that term, we already envision this iconic scene from Mad Men with Don Draper, where he's selling Kodak on the idea of not calling their new little film reel thing a wheel, but to call it a carousel instead, because much more important than new is this term nostalgia, which in Greek means this pain for the past.
Oh.
Heartbreaking.
Oh.
Masochism in disguise.
In any case, basically throwing back to your formative years, which science has determined is somewhere between 12 to 22, sells things.
That's my age now.
It sells things good. Yeah, we believe that.
Totally.
And that's why, and it especially sells things really well when your life is kind of in flux and constantly changing, or you feel a little chaotic in your just the regular daily existence. Which is why, for instance, the 1960s that Mad Men depicted was a great time for nostalgia marketing, but say the 1950s when everyone was actually hopeful and, you know, forward thinking, and the Eisenhower era would not have been. So I believe that psychological feeling of, you know, having all of these memories and living in a time in your adult life where you feel just off kilter all the time is why it's so popular here. Because you think about it, as soon as there was a substantial Descola Doen China asked if we have studies about this topic. We do, and we may link it in the summary of this afterwards.
Yes, we will.
So where was I? Oh yeah. So basically China went through this period up till I would say about 2010 where it was kind of like Eisenhower United States, where it was just super forward thinking and optimistic and everything seemed like it was possible on the horizon, and then suddenly the economy contracted. And for China that means going from like 10% growth to like 6.57%, but it is a
medium fast pace.
Yeah, medium fast pace, moderately prosperous paced. But basically, but by contracting in that way, all of a sudden people were kind of like shocked into a bit of a standstill, and they realized, and every year basically since 2010 it has felt very much like everyone's lives are getting slightly better, but they are also getting way more stressful, and everything is just changing way too fast and not in like a fun way anymore.
I feel stressed.
In certain times.
Always stressed, yo, man.
Yeah.
And so that actually coincides when you suddenly see this appetite for retro China. So we have a couple examples here in 2011 and 2012. We won't talk too much about what was happening politically at that time, but all of a sudden the Cultural Revolution became kind of Kishi Niche. Did we have pictures on here as well?
Sorry. Hold on.
And and then these basically Cultural Revolution hearkening restaurants started popping up all over China, you know, where waiters would call you comrade and you would eat out of like little tin bowls, and everyone, you know, maybe told on each other for being bourgeoisie spies.
Oh.
By the end of the meal.
There was actually one in Hong Kong
kidding.
too.
I feel like my blue eyes always give it away.
Oh no.
And during that time also, the Wechat stickers came up featuring Li Lei and Han Mei, these two cartoon people that used to teach all of China middle schoolers English. And this actually resulted in a 2017 movie that was about Li Lei and Han Mei.
Their love story.
Getting to know each other
Romantic.
in a more romantic sense. Unfortunately, you can't change it too much on Instagram. Yeah. And basically, every year since then has also been the same. So it's not really shocking, I suppose, that nostalgia marketing has just exponentially taken off. I mean, everyone's gotten into it now. You know, for KFC's 30th birthday, they harkened back to 1987. They did do a great promotion where they actually used 1987 prices.
Oh.
Yeah, so you suddenly paid 8 mao for a bowl of mashed potatoes and 2.50 for a chicken.
I like that.
Yeah, but in order to get these prices, you had to sign up for their app. So
Of
You had to
course.
give away your personal
yes. My
Yes.
God, it was so popular. Everybody downloaded that damn app.
Steal my data. Just take my data.
Yeah.
Or anything for the nostalgia pie.
Anything for that nostalgic pricing too. And Li Ning in 2018 at Paris Fashion Week decided that it was going to go with a throwback to the 1990s and was outfitting China's athletes then. And actually, it looks pretty good.
Looks really good, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
very
actually kind of into it, yeah.
I'm into Li Ning at the moment.
And in the latter half of this decade specifically, well, I guess actually we're now past that decade. So in the from 2015 onwards, you started to see all of these older Chinese brands that have leaned really deep into their retroness to offer that nostalgic appeal in brand collaborations. So, for instance, everybody's favorite kung fu shoe, Feiyue, partnering with people like Disney. And actually, this is like a double whammy of nostalgia marketing because it's also 1920s Disney with, 1960s Feiyue. And Nongfu Shanquan, who very specifically has kept its very retro 70s font to no worries, choose a different outset to partner and with other brands to showcase other types of art, or for instance on the right side using Nongfu Shanquan receipts and packaging with UnionPay to kind of harken back to that time when you were in elementary school and learning poems. And so just to say, it's not just White Rabbit, but White Rabbit is like the undisputed queen of this kind of branding. And Mavis is going to show us some of the examples of that queendom.
Yes. But first, Greg, do you want to share a little bit more about White Rabbit? What is it? What is this candy?
Sure.
Here. We have a whole bag of it.
Yeah, we got
and
a
all
bag.
the flavors. There are so many fun flavors.
I'm just gonna stop sharing it this time. White Rabbit. So I did a little bit of research on White Rabbit, and I came to the conclusion that their history is contentious, to say the least. So if you're looking at Wikipedia or if you're looking at Baidu Baike, you're going to be getting two very different stories. Wikipedia will tell you about the ABC Candy Factory that started in Shanghai in 1943 and then became acquired by a state-owned organization. they'll also tell you about how White Rabbit was originally Mickey Mouse. So I think, are you enjoying your White Rabbit?
Elaine's eating wasabi flavored
I just-
White Rabbit
I just
candy.
got into the wasabi.
Yeah. There's a corn one too.
I can't have it because I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Anyway, so White Rabbit has a little bit of a contested history. But when we're talking about contemporary White Rabbit, what we're really talking about is Guanshengyuan, this company here. Let me pull them up. Guanshengyuan is is an umbrella company. They do a number of things. Some of it is related to food. Some of it is related to alcohol. You can see their logo here. This red thing. It's a stylized sheng symbol. So when we're talking about contemporary White Rabbit, we're talking about this company in particular, and they have time-honored brand status. So a little bit about time-honored, what that means, and how that's related to nostalgia marketing. Time-honored brand sounds like if you're just an old brand in China, you're going to be recognized, but that's not the case. Time-honored status is actually recognized by the Ministry of Commerce here, and there is an application process. This started in 1991.
It's very legit.
That brand started to be identified as time-honored brands of China. And some of the requirements are entirely transparent. You can find a list of the requirements online. The one that's extremely objective, I would say, is that the brand needs to be from established at or before 1956. And then the rest of the requirements are a little more vague and a little more subjective. I'm not exactly sure how you would prove some of them. It's things like your brand needs to be symbolic of Chinese ethnic heritage and of
that seems quite subjective. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit subjective. It needs to be of vast historical value, cultural value, just things that I'm not sure how you would how exactly you would prove that. But there are some familiar names on that list. Currently standing, in terms of my research, I came across something like 1,000 or more time-honored brands that were considered time-honored brands. So just to give you a peek at some of the ones you may know, for instance, Mao Tai. Who hasn't enjoyed a bottle of Mao Tai?
They're expensive, so I actually have not been enjoying that.
I know Elaine, you do enjoy a bottle of Mao Tai every once in a while.
Oh, every once in a while.
Also, for us on the cheaper end of the spectrum, there's Qingdao. Qingdao is a lovely beer. I recommend it.
Everyone has had a Qingdao.
Everybody's had it.
I highly recommend going to Qingdao and having a little plastic baggie of Qingdao on the beach there.
That's what Sian did.
Also, I've heard that's a good one. Oh, you agree.
I agree.
Mao Tai PTSD.
You agree. Thank you. Yes, we agree.
It's smooth.
Well, we also have some brands that are a little bit more mysterious, maybe a little bit more, why is that even a brand? For instance, Xiaozhangquan.
Yeah, Greg, you look like a pair of scissors. What's the deal?
This Xiaozhangquan is known for scissors, and they currently do. I'm not sure how this even qualifies as a brand. Certainly, it's a product. Currently, they make scissors as well as knives, and I think some gardening appliances as well. So they seem to have branched out a little bit.
Good on them for diversifying.
Yeah. But one of the reasons why these time-honored brands tie into nostalgia marketing, this has been, especially in recent years, is that major e-commerce platforms like Alibaba, Pinduoduo, and Qingdao have been coming out with huge measures to encourage growth in time-honored brands and also domestic products in general. Alibaba has been a leader in this kind of front. In 2018, they started, let me pull it up. I'm going to give you guys some stats really quickly. In 2018, Tmall initiated the Guochao movement, Guochao Xingdong. In 2019, Alibaba pushed forward the 新国火计划, assisting 134 national brands. 52 of them were time-honored. And in 2020, the 新国火计划 was extended to include something like educating 1,000 new marketers for these domestic brands, especially time-honored brands. And Tmall actually kind of promised to assist in the development of these, timely and effective crossovers is the way that they're phrased. But this is the connection between time-honored brands and nostalgia marketing, especially in China.
Yeah, and so all of what you're about to see has some levers being pulled behind it.
Yeah, yeah, it's not accidental. People have been putting money into these.
So what have we seen in terms of time-honored brands, Maris?
So yeah, I can't wait to show you guys what's been interesting. So first off, this is fairly predictable, but we have White Rabbit flavored ice popsicles, ice cream. Everyone loves a flavored ice cream. This is super easy to, just imagine, right? Just
delicious.
Looks delicious.
It's basically the frozen version of this, right?
Yes. We're also drinking the White Rabbit milk.
It's milk candy flavored milk, in case you didn't have enough milk in your milk.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, it's gonna drive Greg insane because he's lactose intolerant, so don't even take a sip of this, Greg.
I won't.
But
don't
there
worry.
you go, White Rabbit flavored milk. Okay, moving on. So do you want to smell like your childhood? If you do, you can buy a White Rabbit scented perfume.
Good Lord.
And this was actually, I think it came out in 2019. A company called Scent Library. It's a Chinese fragrance and perfume manufacturer. They started making a line of personal care products, specifically body lotion, body hand soap, and as you can see right here, perfume. So personally, I do not want to smell like diabetes, so I will not buy this.
I was gonna say you make you smell like a dairy farm.
I'm smelling
Why would you?
like candy.
Yeah.
You'd love to smell like milk.
I don't. Anyways, but people are digging it on Weibo. 纯纯的大白兔糖在甜甜的奶味道. They're very descriptive and they're actually standing for this. Anyways, moving on. We also have, actually, RADII documented this, but White Rabbit flavored milk tea, bubble tea, and at a real stand, at a real store in Shanghai actually, with Happy Lemon. This is our editor, Jake, trying this out. Waited in line for 4 hours. He went with our other editor, and they checked out the tiramisu flavored, the original White Rabbit flavor, and also the lemon flavor.
No wasabi flavor though.
And I think the verdict was like, it was fine, it was like enjoyable, but it was not worth the 4-hour wait. I think Jake gave it like a 7, and like Mayura gave it like a 6. So not like mind-blowingly delicious as you can expect. It probably tastes like this, but you're waiting in line for 4 hours, and then you get to take a selfie with your White Rabbit bubble tea. So great.
Yeah, Jake had 3 himself. It was a day.
It was a day. And then moving on, we have Lay's making a bag of potato chip inspired by White Rabbit. So
I remember this moment.
do you remember? So we did some research. The Beijinger, the verdict was, the sweet aroma resembles that of a Korean honey butter chips, and a milky taste is surprisingly true to the original White Rabbit candy. I am not sure we could polish off a bag, but the sweet savory combo is surprisingly edible nonetheless. So if you're someone who finds like sweet savory snacks kind of weird, then this is probably not a cup of tea. I remember like growing up, like my mom would buy these like Royce like potato chips with chocolate coated potato chips, and they were like weird, but like I have some aunts who like really dug them. So anyways, if you want to try something funky, check this out.
I just remember that was the time when all of the food products, all of the products in general and Family Mart were collaborating.
Slightly sweet and also
Well, they were all collaborating with each other. It was like Zhang Xiaobai was collaborating with Pocky.
Oh right,
Yeah.
the Baijiu flavored.
Baijiu flavored Pocky. Oh,
Biscuit
speaking
sticks.
of, you know what? The coffee flavored Little White Rabbit isn't
Little
too
White
bad.
Rabbit.
Actually.
I want someone to try the corn one. Anyways. And last but not least, this is the one that is fairly recent and something that I find very interesting. Ali 健康大药房, which is Alibaba's e-commerce pharmacy, made a medicine box inspired by White Rabbit. So it literally screams comfort and security and warmth and just like the familiarity that's gonna like make you feel safe. Just think about like something that will make you feel secure when you're hurt, right? And the tagline was actually
got diabetes.
Very, very interesting. Roughly translated to in 2020, there were hardships, but there were also sweet moments. What were your sweet moments?
Oh, interesting. It was
yeah.
a 2020
Yeah,
coronavirus.
so this actually came out earlier this
Inspo.
year, I think in January, I would say. So they're kind of like asking people to like reconsider their 2020. You know, obviously it was a hard year for everyone. I don't think anyone could say like 2020 was smooth sailing. 每个人都有感觉。
Is your job really to taste tea and candy as dance filmer? If only.
Yeah, I mean,
we put a lot of tea and candy into our lives, but you know, it's because tea and candy makes the medicine go down.
All these flavors seem like Harry Potter jelly beans. Yeah.
True.
They do.
There's also a yogurt flavor. Alex, if you want to try the yogurt flavor. Anyways, so this is such a good representation of how a big enterprise is utilizing the associated feelings of comfort and nostalgia and like familiarity and just like security, and putting it literally on a box. And people are really crazy about it on Weibo. They're asking where they can get it. They're very they're advocating for this kind of product. So there you go. Would you buy a medicine box with White Rabbit on it? I don't really care if my medicine box is garnished or decorated, but there you go.
I need a medicine box.
Yeah.
If somebody gifted me that, I would be fine with it.
Pretty cute. Yeah.
I do wish the candy was a little less hard though, because I'm not really sure how I could like possibly eat like White Rabbit with medicine, for instance. You know, like if you think about, let's say, a Snickers bar or something.
It's soft and gooey.
You think like you could kind of press a pill into that and like eat it and be like, I just tricked myself like I tricked my cat, or my dog. But with White Rabbit,
you have to be sucking on it for like hours.
Yeah.
And then they soften finally.
That just took me a good 10 minutes to clear that coffee candy, like to make that coffee candy small, like soft enough so that I could actually talk again. So
they're actually not Harry Potter jelly beans. Those are easier to consume, but similar value, I guess.
Any other brands?
Any
other collaborations?
Yeah. What about you? Like, what are some like nostalgia brands that you would like die to? Like, if.
Well, in terms of like Chinese food and China time-honored brands that I actually really do eat a lot of, maybe too much of, Shatima, which is basically kind of the Chinese equivalent to like a Rice Krispie treat. It's
yummy.
It's like
it's gooey.
Yeah, it's like
sticky. And
it's like almost like noodles. It's like some sort of kind of rice noodle that's like packed into a square and then like stuck together with maltose, and then they usually put something. Well, you can have it with just like a little sprinkling of sesame seeds, but sometimes they put nuts and like raisins into it too.
Scrumptious.
And
I do like those actually.
Those are really delicious.
For me, it's probably the Vitasoy chocolate milk, Ovaltine. I grew up in Hong Kong and it was a religion. So
that's very Hong Kong.
Anything with Ovaltine. Oh, McDonald's had an Ovaltine campaign a while back, and Greg was like, "Stop trying to make Ovaltine happen." I was like, "I'm getting the McFlurry. I'm getting the Ovaltine latte. I'm getting the Ovaltine pie. I'm going all in." So, see, nostalgia marketing works.
Yeah.
Well, you know that Burger King just has a chocolate pie always, so I think that was
Ovaltine and chocolate are not quite the same thing.
Okay.
There's like a little bit of a weird malty taste to Ovaltine.
Okay.
Weirdly delicious.
酒鬼花生 spicy peanuts. Those are yummy.
Yes. Definitely
is that
not
a brand or is that just a thing though?
Maling. What's Maling? Can someone tell me?
Maling?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure actually. What is Maling?
I don't know.
Oh.
Jane, what is Maling?
Is it the little like chalky cookies? Because I completely forgot what those were called, but I know that they're really popular for both Japanese and Chinese people.
Maling.
Anyways, but also just to wrap up.
Guys, no, I wanted to talk about mine. What about
No,
Baby
no, no,
Young?
no. Okay. Oh
Baby
yeah.
Young, guys. I want to.
Yeah.
So Baby Young is like nostalgia for me because it's a
He's
big,
from the Great
it's a
White
big
North.
Beijing drink. Baby Young, you guys.
Greg is from the north.
It's Fanta from Beijing. It's basically just Fanta.
Guys, just so you know, I tried it and I could not taste the difference. It's literally Fanta, but the Chinese version of Fanta.
Yeah, it's so good though. Very cute. Arctic polar bear as a logo. It's just cute. I think that they need to have a crossover for sure.
But also, just want to show you that
lunch
China is not only the only country obsessed with White Rabbit. In Bangkok, they actually made a White Rabbit flavored, really decadent bubble tea. It was in Bangkok in Thailand, and then in California. And then in California, they had this. Wanderlust Creamery made a White Rabbit flavored ice cream as well. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still making this for the Chinese demographic
I
there.
wonder, like, because I see a lot of, especially things in California, I'm guessing a whole bunch of ABCs, basically taking these Chinese brands and doing something with them. Like, Lao Ganma ice cream, I think, is also in California somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And do they actually collaborate with the brand, or is it kind of like food bloggers being like, this is going to be a fun little remix?
That is a question we will have to reach out to Wanderlust Creamery and inquire. Anyways,
Does White Rabbit know you're doing this?
Miranda says Baby Yang Zhazhangmian Gold. Yeah, I would like to try that combo. Let's make that happen. Because I recently found a little diner next to where I live. They sell Baby Yang. I've been looking for that all year in Shanghai.
Actually, you know what? When I did, I tried to do a travel vlog back like about a year ago.
Say it with pride.
We've
You're a
seen
travel
it.
blogger.
We love it.
But
We've
so-
seen
Selena's a
it.
travel blogger.
Well, so I did actually go and get jjajangmian and a bottle of Beiping Yang to like wash it down with. You don't mix them together though. Like
Yeah.
it's like the drink that you eat with jjajangmian. It's not like.
We have a
jjajangmian
question.
flavored
Do you guys
Beiping
want to
Yang.
see?
Yes,
Yes.
question.
Oh no, it was a request to go live.
No.
Sorry, no, we're not gonna go live with you. I'm sorry.
But
Yeah.
text us, like,
If you have a question, please send us questions. You guys, we still haven't done the Wongibo watch.
So we can't miss this segment. It's so important to us.
You guys know that every episode we do a Wongibo watch. Well, we've got Wongibo for you.
What's the updo now?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And
He's what-
speaking of time-honored brands, maybe.
So
Is
just
that
a just a
Well,
quick
cool for
I
recap.
don't
least.
know.
Just a
It's
quick
global
recap.
for
If
sure.
you guys missed our last episode, we announced and we shared that Wang Yibo, who was previously on a lot of Nike ads, was kind of like a model for Nike, broke up with Nike over the Xinjiang Con incident. And
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He was actually never a brand ambassador, apparently.
Controversial. So they've just been using his beautiful face, I guess. And signed with Anta, which is like the Chinese athletic conglomerate, athletic wear conglomerate.
Kind of like the Adidas to Li
Yeah.
Ning's Nike.
Yes, exactly. So this poster came out recently. 我爱中国红，我穿安达, which is, just a beautiful poster of Wang Yibo wearing the Chinese colors, red and black. So there you go.
Is 中国红 different from 红中国?
I think one's describing China's red and one's like a color. I don't know. I really don't know.
Anyway, sorry, maybe that's not the right
That's
question
so
for brand key.
existential.
And is pretty known in the NBA because they sponsor an NBA player.
Oh, really,
okay.
Jane? Who are they sponsoring? Black and red is a good combo.
Yeah, I have nothing against black and red, but
Anta just
But
sponsored
I-
the Chinese American football national
but I'm
team.
not really sure if I particularly like this look for Wang Yibo in general.
Yeah, he looks really discreet, I think, with his head covered up that way. It almost doesn't even look like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the Wang Yibo face going,
Which
like
is super cool and
like the expression.
like.
Is,
Cool
I'm just
boy.
gonna say it. He looks like a third-tier youth.
Greg! How can you insult our favorite boy? Who looks good in everything?
I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying it has a place. It has a place.
Well, I think he's rocking that black hat with a little China flag, okay?
Is it because his socks are so high?
It's the shorts.
Mm.
And also the double T-shirt. I think that's what does it for me.
Were you the person who shared the article about how like boys' pants are getting higher and higher?
It sounds
He
like me,
shared an
but I
article
don't,
about
I don't know.
like
I can't
freeing
remember.
the thighs.
Yeah.
Free the
Oh,
thighs. Yeah,
yeah,
that
the
was me
thighs.
for sure.
So maybe if Wongibo was freeing
Anthony's
his
again.
thighs, we'd feel a little
Mhm.
different about this. But yeah, well, you know what? For whatever it was, Anta definitely got a great deal out of that collaboration because they shot to the top of the Taobao charts with Wongibo's posing in them. Yeah, Anta is doing very well for themselves right now. I think recording like record sales.
Yeah. They also own like Fila, Descent,
Number of
Arcteryx, like a
things.
lot of other
Mhm.
things. So
So-
they're set. They're set.
So our boy is still magic, even if we aren't super pleased with that specific look.
I'm fine with it.
I'm sure
Greg
I'll
is
wear
just
it.
like,
I'm sure I'll wear it at
meh.
some point. But I think that's it for this month, guys. If you have any questions, comments, if you'd like to tell us about your White Rabbit experience or share something from Wongibo with us, please do so. You can slip into our DMs or you can email us at marketing@radiichina.com. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh, next time.
Oh, wait.
We did want to ask you, what would you like us to talk about next time? We were debating between wellness.
Pets and wellness?
Yeah, pets or wellness.
We're not doing the video games.
Do you want to do? Well, I don't know. You were like, I know nothing about video
That's
games,
true.
but you do know things about pets.
I like animals.
And then I think we all generally know something weird about wellness. So
I do read Goop.
So do you want to see how brands are
Gwyneth.
collaborating in those spaces? Which space would you rather see how brands are
Would
collaborating
you like to
in?
hear about Goop's reach
Pets.
in the China market?
Pets or Gwyneth
Do you want-
Paltrow's Empire. Paltrow's Empire.
There's got to be a China version of Goop, right? It's
I
not-
just think like gua
What is
sha.
China Goop?
Gua sha in China is such a different thing. Like in America, gua sha
Yeah.
is like this cute little rose quartz, and everyone has a
Yeah.
heart-shaped one, and they're like, "Oh, cute!
Yeah.
My face is skinnier." And then in China, you're scraping
I mean,
someone's
I
back.
just got cupped recently.
Yeah, and
so-
it's brutal. It's
Yeah.
like
Actually, that sounds not
savage
too bad.
scraping, and you're gonna have marks and scars, and it's not
Oh,
not
I see.
cutesy. And I
I
feel
just have to
strongly.
say, really quick that on Vice Asia, they shared this article that was like the new beauty trend, gua sha.
It's
It made me
only-
laugh out loud.
2,000 years old.
I was like,
Classic,
that's
classic.
so funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for this week.
Ear picking.
Sorry. Ear picking, yes, ear picking. We can definitely talk about that. But anyway, is there a brand for ear picks?
Ooh,
I'm sure
the
there
change
is.
for the gym culture in China. Interesting.
Well, that might fit into wellness.
Yeah. The sweat industrial complex.
Yeah, because actually, like,
Ooh, I
gyms
like
are
that.
doing brand collaborations all the freaking time, too.
Yeah.
I wish they do one with us.
Arame
Yeah.
is going sporty apparently.
Yeah, so if you happen to be a gym franchise that's like BC backed here in China and you want to like, partner with a really hip young outlet that's talking about Chinese creativity, please hit us up at marketing@radiichina.com because we could do wonders for you, and I'm sure you can do wonders for our bodies.
Yes.
My body.
Yeah.
Specifically. I need a gym.
Okay, this is it for real this time though, guys. Please slip into our DMs with your comments, questions, or email us at marketing@radiichina.com. We'll see you next month.
Thanks for
Bye.
joining.